Thank you.
What a great intro, huh?
Really, really. I want to meet that woman she was introducing.
Well, here she is. Reverend Tutu, how should we refer to you? Reverend Naomi?
You can just call me Naomi.
You know, that's a beautiful name.
Isn't it? Isn't it though? Yes.
And I know Naomi means best one, but what does Nontombi mean?
Nontombi means mother of girls.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, there we go. Naomi, please tell us about yourself. There's a lot of people who are not familiar with who you are, who your father is. Mm-hmm. Could you give us a little background? I would say that I am, my core identity is as a Black South African woman. As a Black South African who grew up under apartheid. I'm sure that for many of you, apartheid is a term that you haven't heard, or at least you haven't had explained. And apartheid was the system of government in South Africa that separated people according to race. And so you had your racial designation at birth, and it determined where you were born, where you could live, where you could work, and not just where you could work, but what work you could actually have, where you could go to school, where you could go to university. So I grew up as a person who, in the country of my ancestry, the country where my ancestors were from, was not considered a citizen, did not have the rights of free movement in South Africa. At the age of 16, all Black South Africans had to apply for a pass. And the pass book was a book that identified you, but not just identified you, it identified which town you were allowed to be living in, who you were allowed to be working for. And so that has colored my life, having been raised in that system and coming to recognize how this system people here pronounce it apartheid, and it sounds nice, but it's actually pronounced apartheid, and it describes itself, apart, hate. If you keep people apart, it is easy to teach people to hate one another. And so that system of segregation taught me how much we all lose as a community, as a town, as a country, when hate is the basis of our lives. And so that has been the thing that has propelled me to say, I want a world that apartheid does not exist for anyone. So whether we are being taught to hate because of religious differences, racial differences, gender identities, whom we love, that is all apart hate. And what I feel that my work is to bring us to those difficult conversations about how we have been taught to hate and how we must fight against that hate and build a community of diversity and justice. Wow.
Thank you.